Hello and welcome to this video explaining the theory and method of root grafting. Root grafting is used in bonsai for a range of reasons. The primary reason is aesthetics. In some cases, you need a root over a rock in the right place. A root here to balance the appearance. Root grafting can also be used to fix incidents of reverse taper. This is a sudden reduction in trunk girth partway up the trunk, and then it can in some cases resume the original size. Often it's a consequence of damage to the trunk or changes in growth. Unless we're talking about root over rock, a graft should always try to be as low down on the tree as possible. This can often be quite difficult, especially if the tree has been potted at the time of the graft. Doing other than this can be quite difficult, and overall, grafting for roots needs a certain amount of dedication and effort. The simplified version of this is that you take your tree and you cut a small slot in the trunk. This goes from just above where the root flare starts into the trunk proper and down just below it, more or less lining up with the nabari. This is where you want your new root to start growing. You now take a seedling and you place it in this channel, having scraped the bark off the outside of both the sapling you're attaching to the tree and to the tree that you're trying to graft to. Make sure the roots of the sapling are at the same level as the rest of the tree so that you have a reasonably even distribution of the plant across the surface. This means that when the root starts taking, it won't look out of place. Once it's in there, you begin to seal it up, first with growth hormone, then with wound paste, and finally you may choose to use grafting tape if you wish. Depending on how you've used your wound paste, this may not be necessary. You now begin to wait. When the grafted plant starts to grow and thicken, it will fuse with the existing trunk. Once this has happened, you can cut the top of it off, and do so in such a way and such an angle that it looks to be part of the natural tree. Now that you understand the basic process, we should now look at what's happening in more detail. Root grafting is going to involve two parts. One is the scion, which is the part that's grafted to the roots, and then you have the part of the tree that's called the crown. The crown is where the seedling comes out of the seed, and it creates a small ring of tissue. This ring of tissue is known as the radicle, and the radicle is where you can begin to get your first foliage. On pines, this isn't very long and isn't very big, and after that you begin to see actual roots developing. This same area is where you're looking to try and graft your roots onto in the case of root grafts. When you have a seedling, well, more accurately, a young seedling, this area where the root is going to be growing from is above the soil for a time, and so this is why you can use it as a graft for roots. If you use older stock, it doesn't work as well, and that's because that area of growth has gone away. The other advantage of using stock like this is that those growth patterns means it's going to adapt much better to what you're doing than other stock might do. It's an issue about just how the tissues of the tree in that area and how they grow will cope with the water and soil. Older rootstock, if you're trying to use that, might wind up going to rot. This is because there's too much water and moisture in general, which means the plant won't survive. Seedlings, though, can. Those cells and the way they turn into a tissue within the plant hasn't yet matured enough that it would be able to damage the plant in any significant way. This lends itself to a second possible approach as well, and that is you can bury your graft into the soil proper. That is well below where the nabari is, and it's for exactly the same reasons. The tissue is yet to mature enough that you're going to have any trouble. That means you can start to graft it into the tree right in where the nabari is, but plant it much lower down. This is not as useful in the case of regular plantings, but can be quite useful in instances of root over rock, where you have to go a long way from the bonsai you're grafting to all the way down to the soil. These approaches are particularly useful for species that are commonly grafted too, but it's worth keeping in mind that pines are particularly uncooperative, let's say, when it comes to root grafting, and we'll have a dedicated video on those in the future. But for now, this is a straightforward but brief introduction to the idea of root grafting. Thank you for watching this video. If you have found it interesting, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please post any comments, questions, or suggestions that you have below.